What is going on, ladies and genitals? YOTESLAYA here with a Modern Warfare 3 game of domination, playing with some subscribers of mine and a couple old friends. Now, a lot of people message me all the time asking to play with me and all that good stuff. I am going to recommend you now to follow me on Twitter as well as numerous other YouTube commentators out there. Twitter it's free, it's easy, it is by far the easiest way to keep in touch with some of your favorite YouTubers. It's almost, in a sense, like having them on your, like in your personal cell phone, because you can get their text or, you know, their tweets through a text message, so you can respond right there from your phone. It's super easy. I'm recommending now for all you guys that want to play with me, for the couple that actually want to play with me, follow me on Twitter. It is YOTESLAYA. I will put a link in the description for that. I tweet when I need people. That is by far the easiest way to play with me and a lot of other YouTubers. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. Guys, this is a decent game of domination. Like I said, playing with subscribers of mine from Twitter. I tweeted I needed some people, and I've been rocking out with them. You know, not the same group. I've been rocking out with subscribers the last week. About every other night I get on and I start rocking out with my cock out with you guys. So I definitely recommend that. But we're not going to talk about the gameplay much. You know, if you follow my channel for a while, you know when it comes to multiplayer games, I usually just talk about dumb stuff, okay? I take the average person, make them dumber, but better as zombies. But in this case, it's going to be multiplayer. But it's the same concept still falls. I take the average person, but make them dumber, but hopefully entertain them in the same aspect, in the same game, or whatever I'm trying to say. See, I'm getting all clutched in my words right here. Proof in the pudding right there that I am just a little retarded. But anyways, dudes, I took my trash out a little bit ago, and it led me. What happened when I came back into my apartment, it gave me the idea, and I started thinking about this, and I thought it was hilarious. The more I started thinking about it, the more I started chuckling. I'm in here taking a deucer, and I'm getting that little giggity going where I'm just bouncing on the toilet and everything like that. Dude, I think this is hilarious. So I'm going to fill you in on the story at hand and lead you up until this point for me to start giggling while I'm taking a deucer. But I take my trash out. You know, I live in an apartment complex. For you guys that have been around my channel for a little bit, you know, I recently moved out of my house into an apartment, and it's like one of those, it's like your basic apartment complex. I live upstairs. I got a dude that lives right next to me, and then across the hallway there's 2 more doors. So there's 8 in total. You know, there's 4 people on the bottom floor, 4 people upstairs, and it's a pretty spacious little decent little apartment complex. I said little way too many times right there. You know, I took my trash out and, you know, minding my own business, go check the mail and everything. When I come back up, my neighbor's door is wide open. Okay, well, it's not wide open, but it's open enough to where I could see in. And, you know, I look in, you know, who wouldn't? I mean, you're going to look in. You never know what could be going on in there. Well, I look in, and the dude's sitting on his computer, and I'm like, yo, bro, your door's open. And he's like, and I scared the shit out of him, okay? He jumps, dude. I scared him. He had no idea his door was open. And, you know, I kindly lit him. I'm like, yo, bro, your door's open. He was, you know, he had a suit on. He was like, not a suit, but like a shirt and a tie and some khaki pants. I think he's actually like a cop, like a detective or something. I'm not really sure. But, you know, I kindly let him know his door's open. You know, he gets up. He's like, oh, thanks, dude. Shuts it, whatever. I come inside, and I'm kind of sitting there, and I start, like, I take what my experience is, what I just experienced. I'm like, dude, what if he would have been in there jerking it and had no idea his door was wide open? And I started thinking about it, and you can see my computer from my front door if that ever happened to me. And I never jerk off to porn on my computer, guys, so this would never happen to me. Come on now. But yeah, I started thinking, I was like, dude, what if he would have been in there just going to town, jerking to some porn on his computer? And it led me to, like, start going into these things. I was like, dude, wouldn't that be crazy if you're sitting here watching like some Jenna Jameson porn on your computer, just going to town, going ham, and your neighbor is just like chilling there watching you, and you have no idea. Your door's standing wide open, and you're going to town. And then it's like the same concept of like the joke I had a while back where I'm like, what if you're sitting there going to town and your webcam is on and you don't realize it, and you're sitting there stroking it and everybody's watching you live stream this? It's like the same scenario, but this time they're like at your front door, and then you kind of hear that, dude, hey, you left your door open, bro. And it's just like, oh, damn. Do you finish like a boss? Do you, I mean, what do you do in these cases? What if it's like your grandma coming over to bring you like a gift for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and you're sitting there like, oh, and it's like, oh, dude, what the fuck? Dude, you would be scarred for life. You would never, dude, I don't think I'd ever be able to jerk it again. Because, dude, your grandma seen you jerk it. I could deal with the neighbor, especially the hot chick that lives across. If that was to happen to me and she was like, hey, your door's open, I'd be like, damn, maybe, thanks for helping me out. Come help me out with something else, okay? You hear me? But, I don't know, dude. I thought it'd be funny. I thought I'd share that with you guys, but I just thought I don't know. Maybe it's not as funny to you guys, but it sure was funny to me. Giggity, giggity. Yeah, I know I'm retarded. But you can see I'm using my PP on this one with rapid fire and a suppressor, silencer, whatever they call it in this game. And I'm just kind of flanking around, rushing their spawns. Not really rushing. I'm using that tactical advantage, and I'm not going head on. I'm kind of flanking around them and taking them from the rear. That sounded really queer, I know, but that's just what I'm doing. If you want to win gunfights and you want to be successful in Call of Duty, every map has its own route that people generally take. It has their one focal point of that map. On this point, it's always those staircases right there by B. If, stay away from that area and pick off those guys trying to make it back to that spot. Pick those, if you got an ECR or something that's long range, man, sit down there and take them off, dude. You always, it doesn't take no time to figure out that focal point of each map. And if you want to be successful and you want to get high scores, the number one thing, in my opinion, is winning games. You'll see me jump on flags in this, and people that play with me know I start bitching if we're losing, and I really do try to, cap flags. You don't really see me camp much. I always try to run around, but I do it with like a tactical perspective. I don't just okay, I'm going to throw his name out there, but it's nothing against him because he's fun to watch. But I'm not going to pull an El Presador where I just drop my shoulder and run in over and over and over and dying, okay? It's a lot funner if you're successful at the game. So if you can rush with the he plays football, you don't see football players just, running back, try to run right through the middle of the line every time. No, he looks for those open holes and he tries to take advantage of those open spots, and that's what I'm doing. You got to go into these things with a tactical, idea to this. You don't just rush full board right in. Right there was a mistake I made, but I can't. I keep an eye on the mini map as well. If you know where your team's at, say in the mini map your team is on the left half of the map. The other team's going to be spawning somewhere to the right, on the right side of the map. Not necessarily in Modern Warfare 3, okay? Modern Warfare 3's, spawns are as random as my commentaries. But the general idea is if they're on one side, if your team's on one side, and the enemy is going to be on the other, or you can work with it. Just go into a tactical advantage. Don't just rush with your shoulder down, because you're going to die a lot and you're going to lose that fun factor that is in Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is fun, and yes, I know it could be hella frustrating. Believe me, I rage probably more than most people, but I still have fun playing it, especially if we're winning. If we're winning, I don't care if I go negative. Well, I care if I go negative, but I just want to win is my number one goal. You can see we got 2 flags. There's no need to take a third. You're going to win with 2, so why triple cap? Screw the spawns up, especially in this game so much more. But guys, this is wrapping up this commentary. If you're new to my channel, if you've never seen a commentary of mine before, I really don't talk about gameplay as much. I usually just talk about crazy experiences in the life of this redneck known as YOTESLAYA. So if you liked the video, please leave a rating. Maybe subscribe to my channel for more of these random commentaries and all that good stuff. This game is wrapping up, so please, guys, please remember to rate and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter if you guys want to play with me. I'm actually probably going to tweet later on tonight and try to rock out with my cock out to some of these guys, or with some of these guys. I don't know what I did because the preview screen in Vegas is pretty small, but yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Peace, 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 peace.